So, what an amazing treat for both of us, I'm going to say. We're doing a few little podcasts, did a Rejuvenac, and me going on, sharing what I believe and feel. And then we did the culture almond, coconut, and sunflower seeds with Rejuvenac. Rejuvenac's going in everything. If you only really knew, it's cutting out everyone else is going to the core. It's full of enzymes. It's amazing. And I have herb here. 7 years. 7 years. Can you believe that? 7 years on fruits. And we are both going to be at the Sacred Earth Festival, Crops Not Shops, 19th, 20 to the 23rd. And he's a cyclist, so I'm definitely going to get my cycling smoothie machine and maybe two made. And we've been having some beautiful conversations, honestly, beautiful conversations. All of us, his friend Orla and my partner Hannah. So look at these melons. We had to get these melons out, and this one here, I'm gonna cut in because I wasn't satisfied with what we just had. And these are some of the best melons I have ever had. And I was so eager to share it with Herb. It's our first meeting, me and Herb. And so much admiration for people on a journey sustaining it. Because to sustain a journey, frutarian in England, like, oh my gosh. You know, anyway, me sustaining what I did in England but get the dehydrator on. But I can see how I could have done everything psychosomatic programs. However, this is my program at the minute, and dehydrating some foods. So look,
nice.
Look at that. And this is Herb. I'm going to pass you over to Herb and maybe some of his journey.
Nice.
You want to share some of your journey?
Yeah, so basically I'm living on watermelon at the moment for the last 2 months.
Wow.
Yeah, just watermelon. And it started with a watermelon feast like 6-7 years ago.
Wow.
I was drawn to a frutarian group. I was in like search of healing. Yeah, it does look good. I'm gonna have to have
just taste that middle piece. Oh my gosh. Apologies for interrupting. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Sorry about that, right?
That's good melon.
Yeah, it is.
That is good melon.
It started 7 years ago when you went on a melon
feast. So I was drawn to a frutarian group. I was in search of healing. I had like chronic pain, nerve issues. Wasn't getting any help from anyone, no expert professional. Was like passed around, like pass to parcel.
Wow.
So I went on my own journey of like research and discovery, led to a frutarian group. And yeah, was advised to have sweet, ripe, juicy fruit at the time to hydrate the body, clean itself out. And watermelon was the only fruit available at the time.
Which is a blessing.
Yeah, and it was easy. Like the shop was only up the road, and they had it all there for me. So I'd be going there every day, feasting on watermelon in the sun.
On its own.
On its own, and I'll tell you what, it was the best experience ever.
Wow! How many days did you do that for?
Oh, it was over a month. It's over a month.
Just melon.
Yeah, just watermelon alone.
Wow, that's such. I mean, because of your illness, maybe that's why you knew you had to shift, huh?
Yeah.
Because I mean, just to do that with not much awareness and just go from a average eating.
Well, I'd already been like vegan, like high fruit vegan for some years.
Okay.
So, but I was still incorporating like cooked food.
Yeah.
So I was drawn to raw veganism the year prior to that. So I had some experience with that. So I knew like the challenges that come with that.
Great.
But because I was in desperate need, I had nothing to lose, you know. I was at the end of it.
Yeah.
And it was the most simplest thing in the world.
Wow.
And I had made this connection with it.
Yeah.
And everything around me, and just opened up many things. It's
wow.
pretty beautiful.
Wow. That is beautiful. But a month. Wow. I know, isn't it? The middle bit. That's why I had to open up this one and give you the bit of the middle. I'm going to pass a bit to my partner. So to 7 years as well. Just fruits. Wow. And then, you know, it makes me laugh. I've come across a lot of people, I've mentioned it in the other documentaries, oh, you can't live more than 3 months, so many years, even though some of them people have been 3 or 4 years raw, and then they just go very anti-raw vegan, and then it's just, unfortunately, come on, wise up, people. It's just like, especially you ones who serious anarchists against anyone who weren't raw at the time. These people I know, you know who you are, and then the next minute you're anarchists against the raw. Connect the dots. Your trauma. Connect the dots. Come on. You know, if we're going to be, you're really being played in the two extremes, the duality. You know, it's like get to the middle ground, and then you had an opportunity to go to the next step. You know, like Herb was saying, he had some experience, so he utilized that, and he's a cyclist as well, so he's going to be quite fit and clearing daily. So we got to really do the work. As far as I'm concerned, there's no pill. Yeah, wow, this happened. You got to see this. You got to experience that. Nature didn't provide it that way. Natural law didn't provide it that way. Maybe you came across it by mistake, and then maybe that was meant to be. But how we are in the West, so exploiting so many things, that's a whole different ball game. So just go back to the people who are kind of putting us down. I'm nearly 18 years raw food. This guy's 7 years frutarian. And even within the raw food community, you know who you are. You can't sustain on fruits. There you go. 7 years in England. I'm like, it's like, I mean, amazing. So I did reach out to this man, I don't know, about 3 strengths ago, and says, hey, do you want to come and help out on this festival? And he got the same buzz. Wow, yeah, great. So it's really great that we're collaborating. I'm reaching out to a few other sort of, I'm going to say, high end on the raw frutarian, on working on themselves. So they're an extension of the levels of defragging we have to do. And if we've sustained it, it speaks volumes. You don't even have to speak. It speaks volumes. It speaks for itself. So on a level, kind of reaching out for people like that. So if you do get to watch this, get to hear this, you know, there's a few more spaces on the Simply Rogers ship at Sacred Earth, Crops Not Shops. Crops Not Shops, Sacred Earth. They're doing an amazing job. Such a beautiful format, prototype for communities. Just getting back to how we once were. Doesn't mean we have to just be wholeheartedly that, but really visit the place and then take away, give and take away stuff that you can learn there. On the Sacred Earth, there's going to be so many workshops. It's all about permaculture, and we are going to be there. And there's food and health and wisdom. Yes, workshop after workshop. I think there's about 100 different types of workshops. But so again, I'm just and when I'm in awe of people, it's just respecting people. I think we need to put that out, the positive. Well done, Che. Crops Not Shops. Honourable Priest Kailash, you know, for the people we know, oh my gosh, you know, it's just like what I receive bits from them people and seeing what they do is fundamental, you know, so I see me in them. I don't put them up on a pedestal. I see their godliness, their beauty, what they're doing. We can all find within our language and the program of divide and conquer, we can all find bits if we want to find bits. But I'm like, well done for all these people doing amazing things, and well done, Herb. And I'm going to pass you back to Herb and his journey, because I really feel it needs to be heard. You know, 7 years in England, I'm going to go on a little bit. I was in St. Lucia, and this guy friend's dad had lived there for 19 years, and he moved to Canada, and he was back. He was about 60, getting healing at the